4,500 homes in 14 countries, quite an accomplishment, but really the important thing, the gesture of hope for people struggling for homes.
Well, we've tried it for 36 years, as a matter of fact. This is the 36th year, and we've enjoyed all of them, but I never have seen a week end when I wasn't glad to see, the thing completed. So we're very thankful for Habitat and what it's meant to us, and the opportunity it's given us to get to know people that we would not otherwise have known.
Habitat for Humanity, obviously a wonderful charity. There's so many other charities out there. What is it about Habitat that drew you and Rosalind to this charity, to this event?
I think one thing is it lets us put our faith into action. And it's an easy transfer from being wealthy with a lot of advantages and meeting and getting to know on an equal basis the people that never have had a decent home before. So that transition is not easy to make, but Habitat makes it very easy.
21 homes here, 21 families going to have new homes. And the aspect to me that's interesting is it's not free. The volunteers that are here and the donations that are here.
They pay full price for the house.
And the people that are going to be moving in,
sure,
they do sweat equity. Does that give them that home ownership, that feeling of accomplishment?
I think it really does. And it forms a partnership, too, between people that never have had a decent home and one that are getting for the first time, and the ones who, like me, I grew up in a house without water, and running water or electricity, and I was a teenager before I got electricity in my house. So I know what it means to live in a house, that's below standard. But another thing is that Habitat makes it possible just to have complete equality of workmanship and responsibility and hard work and sweat, between people who need a house and those who have had good houses.
I know you know about hard work, being a peanut farmer from Georgia. I was a farm kid in the Midwest where
you?
people help their neighbors. When you see this kind of activity, this is what the world is about. This is how America gets better.
And Nashville's been a good host city because we not only have finished 21 houses, but we've raised enough money to build 59 in all. So we're at the end of this next year, we'll have 59 houses here on this site instead of 21.
Again, a great effort, but the homelessness problem, the affordable housing issue, is Habitat for Humanity the answer? Does the federal government need to do more? Do local governments need to do more?
Habitat offers the answer, but a lot of people don't listen. And I think the local people quite often do, because you can't have a fast-growing city like Nashville continue to grow if the school teachers and the firemen and the policemen can't buy a house, with the salaries they make. They have to have 2 or 3 people working in a family to afford a down payment on a new house or rental in the community. So I think everybody ought to remember that affordable housing is a very important aspect of any city that hopes to grow in the future.
Today is the 17th anniversary of you receiving your Nobel Peace Prize. What did that mean for you?
Well, that was a very gratifying thing, but I've gotten 3 Emmys, and my grandchildren think the Emmys are much more important than the Nobel Peace Prize.
What do you see down the road for the future of this great country? Is the turmoil of the Trump administration a blip, or is this a defining moment that may change the way the country goes?
No, I think it's a blip, because down through history, our country's always been able to overcome basic problems like slavery and segregation and depriving women of the right to vote and things like that. It's taken us a long time, but eventually I think the heterogeneous nature of a makeup of America now, with everybody being an immigrant, kind of makes it possible for us to be innovative and find a way to success even when we have been under difficulty for a while. So I think that the downside that we were discussing to our political system now will be changed in the future for the better.
As you look around here and see this optimism, is this what the country is about? Is the country optimistic? You see so much negativity on social media and such infighting, but is this the real world? Is this what America is like?
Well, when we come from watching television in a hotel room out to the site, and everybody is being treated equally, and we're proud of what we're doing for one another. There's an element of unselfishness and friendship, and even love sometimes, that kind of permeates a Habitat site.
What does it mean for you and your wife to be able to give this great gift to these wonderful families who they start their lives in one of these houses?
Okay. Well, we are not able to work as hard as we used to earlier.
You worked pretty hard. I saw you with the nail gun. You're doing all right.
We stick with the nail gun, but we've tried to make something the posts and other things that go on every house. So everybody that lives in a house will know that at least the Carters made some of this with their own hands.
Mr. President, appreciate your time very much. And your black eye's healing up very nicely.
It is, yeah. Well, that's what Habitat site does for you. It even made my eye feel well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bob. It's been a pleasure
It's been a very pleasure to see you again. It's been 44 years.